Hi, Soul Family. So I decided to come out here, and if you saw my little stand, it normally stands on the ground. It's pretty big, and you know I always fight with it, right? Trying to figure out how to arrange it. So I've got it just like this big, and it's standing on the table, and I thought that way you guys could see the lake. Now I'm looking at this, and I'm not seeing my messengers, which is kind of a drag for me. So I'm trying to figure out how can I get all of it so that you get it, I get it, we all get it, right? We all get to enjoy it. It would be kind of like, see, it wouldn't work because if I sit like this, I guess I can. I guess I can sit like this. You don't have to be looking at me, right? I'll just kind of stay out of the screen a little bit. You see the lake? Yeah, you do, right? Too bad you can't see that view though, but I can. Okay, good, I get a good view and you do too. Funny, I'm in the house. Ooh, it's getting warm. Do I need to change this top? My pockets are so loaded down. I was sitting, I finished off the reading this morning from last night, and then I got a message from my girlfriend from Wisconsin. She's like, hey, are you free? And I knew that once we started talking, it'd be forever. So I just finished up really quick, and then I got online with her. And so I was stationary pretty much until she was asking what Spirit was saying. And then I started moving, because for my mind to start working and connecting and thinking, I move both feet, right? It basically, what it does is when you're walking, you are activating both your left and right side of your brain. And so I'm walking around my room, and I bent over to get something. I forgot I put all these crystals in my pockets this morning. So on this side, I've got Jet, which is, you know, my filter. It filters out all the toxic and any psychic attacks. So a whole pocket full of Jet. 6 of them, okay? And then on this side, I have smoky quartz, and I think this is cat's eye, and it's in the shape of a heart, so I had to get it. So cat's eye and smoky quartz. I can't remember what cat's eye is for at this time, probably connecting with Spirit, but smoky quartz is definitely protection as well, and grounding. I'm getting myself grounded. And look, I'm being a farmer. And I laugh because of how what people think of plaid, right? And how I love it. Who did I see recently? They were wearing, that's what I said to them. I said, I love your plaid. Oh, it was my hairdresser's husband. He was wearing red plaid jammies, and black and red, and I said, I love those. And he goes, you said that the last time you were here. So obviously I like it, right? And so what I don't like is that I've got cat hair all over me because I just picked up Sammy, and I don't like lint. So I'm de-linting myself, and check it out. I got my red cowboy boots on, right? Cowgirl boots on, because they look good with the black. I got dressed this morning, and I chose today was a day that I wanted to wear blue, right? I've got my lapis, I've got my sodalite, and I've got my angelite and lapis and black obsidian bracelet that I haven't been wearing because I didn't have anything to go with it. And so I thought, today I want to wear blue, right? So blue is peaceful, calming, it's communicative, it's truth. And on this side again is my mermaid bracelet that I made with this, hi baby boy, sodalite, and what do I have here? Why do I have this one on? Just because it's gray and black. Oh, angelite and hematite. And then I've got wood for grounding again. And my hands are like exploding with rings today. I've got them all on, it's hysterical. And then look at, Melissa, thank you very much. I'm wearing my beautiful blue sandstone, or goldstone, right? Blue goldstone and lapis lazuli, and, or no, it's blue goldstone and sodalite, right? There looks like lapis right there. Necklace and pearl, freshwater pearls that Melissa made me, and then I put my own little seer on the end of it. Of course, I've got my moonstones. So I'm all ready to go, and I go into my closet, and what was it? Oh, I was drawn, my attention was drawn back to one of my videos that I did quite a while ago, and I was watching it, and I'm like, oh, I like what I'm wearing. I like what I'm wearing, which is what I want to change into right this very second. And I was looking, and I was wearing turquoise earrings, and my eyes were just popping, and I put my mom's, everything was to do with what it needed to be that day. But I'm like, oh, I want to change. So I go into the closet, and I put on my turquoise boots. And then I go into the bathroom, and I realize, wait, you're wearing blue today. You're not wearing turquoise. So the red cowgirl boots went on. So then, what did I tell you? I said something about a farmer, right? So as I'm sitting there lint rolling this really quick before I come on screen, because I don't want to be all covered in lint, the commercial plays on the radio. We're farmer. We're farmer. And I'm like, me too. I'm a farmer too. Okay, so I do want to change this top because I'm frying. But I'm gonna give you your items to choose from first. And our deck, I went right to Divine Circus Oracle and I said out loud, I always use that one. And they said, yeah, because it's your favorite. You always go to what you love. Now, think about all the tarot readers. They use freaking usually one deck, right? I use a lot. But I keep going to what I love. You know what you love. You know what you keep being drawn back to, right? And I keep being drawn back to land and farm and comfortable and my family and stuff like that. So this is what we're getting. And I said, well, we gotta use something else. Well, we're gonna use my deck, Naked Truth 333. And I went to open up my little drawers. I've got this really cool little antique replica. I don't know what it was originally, maybe a kitchen shelf. It hangs on the wall and it's got little drawers and cupboards and it's all painted really bright red and kind of funky cool colors for my tiny home. And so I pulled open one of the drawers, ooh, what's in there? And out popped the Enchanted map. So we're using those ones, okay? So, items to choose from. I laughed at this dish. My son-in-law is Jewish, his name's Jacob, and I thought he would have known, but I don't know if you guys know, but all last Christmas, it was all about llamakah. Happy llamakah. That's why you guys may have wondered why I said that. But the llama and the owl and what was the other one? The sloth represented Christmas last year. I don't know why. But because Christmas and Hanukkah were so close together, they were saying Happy llamakah. So I bought this little ring dish for my daughter and for me. And it was so adorable because I go over at Christmas time to their house and I'm dressed with a Happy llamakah sweatshirt and he's like, what? I told him. And you know, and he goes, oh, no, I haven't heard about that. But then when we were opening the gifts, I got this at the dollar store, okay? I just saw the llama and I thought, oh my God. And so when we opened up the gifts, he loved this. He goes, oh, I love it. And Lacey goes, it's mine. It's a ring dish. And he goes, oh, for our rings? And she goes, for my ring. And I'm like, no, you can put both your rings on it. And so what I normally have, I have all of my crystal rings and they go on it like a necklace, right? But I thought it was so funny that Jacob, he wanted it. He's like, oh, for our wedding rings? And he was all excited. And I think, I've got to remember to go back and buy him another. So I picked up this dish, and in this dish is going to be our items. One of them, which is torturing me. So if anybody can remember what I said, I have to go back and find the video where I shared this first. This is my white tiger, snow leopard. I got this crystal when I was in Morro Bay. And I can't remember what it is. And it's I went right, I thought it was like snakeskin something. I thought it was. But when I picked it up, I was like, oh my God, it feels so soft. It's hard, but it's soft. I can't explain it. It's just, you want to pet it. Can't you just see that adorable cat? You just want to pet it. I see it so clearly. I'm not going to do what I did yesterday and torture you guys with it. But this snow leopard, white tiger, phantom cat, I love. And so I'm choosing this one, and this will be water element. And the shaman stone. It's called a Boji ball, or Boji ball. There's usually two, and you rub them together in your hand. China has, or I don't know if it's China, but they have the brass and enamel ones that they, you know, they have them for men at work when they're like trying to figure things out. They'll put them in their hands and they'll just kind of go like this. And I was talking to my girlfriend Erica this morning, and I was telling her what she was going to put out an intention on her river. She has her own river. And I said, you need to get one of the really smooth rocks like this, right? And it's not, other stupid people call it worry stones. No, they're not worry stones, they're intention stones, right? So this is what the idea is. You put them together and you rock them together and you come across your idea. And it's probably also the fact that this is your dominant, whatever's your dominant hand, right? You put it in the other to engage that side of your brain. That's how I call it anyway. So there's this, and then there's a little tiny Shiva Lingham. And I told you that when I was on the farm the other day, the kids came up and they showed me, and it was, I gotta tell you, I'm gonna get at least a picture of it. Hopefully they didn't throw it back in the garden. If they did, I'll grab it. But it looked just like a soulmate stone. It was beautiful. And these are formed actually in a river. These are a river stone. It's me and the river, right? I gotta live with the river. Flow with the river of life. But they're all formed by the river water rolling them back and forth, and it's in India, the Ganges River. So that's another item. So there's 3. I'm holding on to my intention stone as I fry here in the sun. No, I'm not sorry that you're there. I'm grateful that you're there. I needed the vitamin D. I just need to take this off. And I kind of feel like I don't want to, I don't know, I'm not in love with my arms. Maybe I just need to suck it up and not be embarrassed. My arms aren't firm. So I gotta work up my weights. I could use my hair, I guess, right? Okay, that feels better. Maybe I don't have to get up then. And then the other item would be what? Let's use the llamakah. Look how adorned the llamakah is. And there's lapis lazuli and the intention stone and desert roses, and there's a token with a falcon and a bear from the state park. Everything goes with this llama. Ooh, I want that llama. Okay, so that's another item. So, water element. Fire element. Ooh. I gotta redo this, you guys, because this is formed in the Ganges River. This is water element, even though it would throw you. This snow leopard is going to be air element. This is fire element, and this is earth element. Gosh, I hope I can remember all these, you guys. What I'm gonna have right now is a sip of my bomb chai tea. I should have put cinnamon in that. Gosh, my arms aren't even, they're dry. Okay, you guys want to think about that while I go put a little bit of lotion on my arms? I swear, I am. I'm gonna switch my top too. Okay. Okay. Stay outside, Sammy. Stay outside, Sammy. It's okay. I scared him away. Okay, come on, Sammy. All right, we've had enough time, right, to figure out what you wanted. Fire, river, air, earth. Yay. Okay, here we go. For those who chose, starting with fire? Okay, starting with fire. I wish you guys could see my table. Maybe I'll pop you guys off at the end and let you see my table. I have the most beautiful smellies. These are called stalks. They smell incredible. I had these in my garden in Canada. And I got my yoga frog sitting right next to me chilling. I've got all kinds of crystals on this table. Come on, Yummy. Come on, Yummy. Liger, come on. For those who chose fire or the shaman stone, working with, ooh, that was fast. Okay, but you got a ton of them, so I can't have that many. Ooh, but the Duke of Shadows, yes, okay. So there was a bunch that flipped out, and I went to flip them all back, but the only one that stayed upright was this one. So the Duke of Shadows is coming out to speak. Good. I want the Duke of Shadows to come out and speak. Get out of the shadows. Isn't that what Spirit said in our reading last night? Spirit wants you to get out of the shadows and stop hiding behind the corner, right? Come out from behind the corner and show off all your brilliance. So right now, you're looking at the Duke of Shadows. So something in your life appears to be different than it is. Things are not as they appear. The number is 14, which reduces to 7, but first let's talk about 14. 14 is temperance, which is self-restraint, which is, willing. It's not like somebody holding you back. You're kind of holding yourself back. Maybe you're keeping some information to yourself. Maybe you're just kind of waiting to see. I don't know why you are doing what you're doing, but temperance is a good thing to have, right? Now, when it reduces to 7, if you're on your spiritually illuminated path, doing your soul's work, it's going to exceed your expectations, so no sweat. So you look at this guy and I see the magician, right? Or performer. And I don't know, is it a guy, is it a girl? It could be either. And what are those blobs? Every time I see those, I think of the Goodyear blimps floating around in the sky. but we don't know what they are because they're too blurry for us to figure it out. So you're being told right now that things aren't as they appear, and you're being asked to tap in to spirit, and they're going to help you. The Duke of Shadows is going to help you figure out and discern the difference between a half-truth and a lie, because right now, full truth is not being told. And we got that yesterday in the reading, that they're not telling you the whole story. So ask them. They're not giving you the whole story. Now, the fact that there's information that you still have yet to learn, there's information being held back from you, doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. What they're telling you is be curious about it, which I like. I'm very curious. Curious is the cat. But there's more to a person, to a situation, to an opportunity than you're actually seeing. And I recognized that this morning when I was talking to my girlfriend, Erica. She just got a farm with her and her husband, a farmhouse. It's not like a farm, but it is. It's definitely a farm compared to anything anybody here has. And I told you guys I was out on that farm the other day. And I started talking to her about the ideas that were coming to me on that farm. And so there's more to this opportunity, or there's more to something. It may be that in fact, you are creating, and that's why you're not quite sure what's going on, right? You're creating something and you don't even realize you're doing it. You're manifesting something by what you're saying, by what you're dreaming about, what you're thinking about. But there also could be more to a person, to a situation, to an activity, or to your eye, something that you're not seeing, right? Something isn't what it appears. So again, Spirit says, just like the magician, we got something, I like this. I got something up my sleeve, right? You can't see it, even though, look at all the holes in this, right? But there's something there you can't see. You think you see everything that's there, but you're wrong. You don't know everything that's there. So there's something that's been set in motion by your soul. It has, it's something that you've asked for, and it's happening, even though you don't see it happening right now. It's like, that lake right now looks pretty still, but there's a whole hell of a lot going on under the surface of that. Kind of like what's going on inside somebody's mind, right? You might see that, I can see right through you. You think so, right? You think so. But there's something that is happening. And there's one wonderful thing that's happening is, and I feel it, is there's healing that's happening. So maybe there's absence of activity, right? There's nothing going on. Why am I sitting here? Why is this just not moving? Because it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. It's chilling out. I got these little baby hairs that are sticking up right here. Baby hairs, there's something growing, right? You may not realize that something's growing, but it is, because all of a sudden you're like, whoa, check it out, right? So it's either healing that's taking place, it's understanding that's gelling all the thoughts, and when you get a lot of information, what's going on after that? You're processing. So there's processing that's going on too, right? So this guy showing up says there's a bigger picture than what's going on in front of you, what you think that you know. But you're not, and like I said, I thought, oh, well, this must mean that then. And then I get all excited thinking I figured it out. And it isn't it, because it didn't move forward. Why? Well, maybe it is moving forward, but maybe not there. Or maybe that's your idea, but you're gonna take that and you're gonna do it somewhere else, or whatever, right? So whatever it is you don't know. And the fact that you don't know is fine. You can't know what you don't know. So you can't be expected to understand. But Spirit's saying that it's good. It's not bad, okay? So if you're feeling like it's not a good situation right now, there may be something that you really believe is happening, and well, this is what I got, and this is what I heard, and blah, blah, blah. And Spirit says, yeah, but it's not bad. Don't believe it, okay? And they're telling you this is a time in your life that things are coming together because of what you have dreamed, because of what you've asked for. And everything is in the process right now. I don't know why I'm picking up this deck already. Why am I picking up this deck? This is a sundial. But it's also chi. Those are what are they called? What are those coins called, you guys? What are they called? My mom used to have those. I have them on my necklace, on my shaman necklace. Can't think of what it is, but right in the center of that, and there's dates. This is a calendar. This is a calendar, Mayan calendar. Okay, so it's not time yet. That's why you don't know, and it's not that, and you don't have a full perspective of everything that's going on, which of course isn't your fault either, because how can you have a full perspective if you don't have all the details, right? Right now I'm sitting on my patio And at this height, you guys, we can all see quite a lot that's going on right here, right? If my landlord were standing down below, he'd only be able to get a partial view. So when you get to the top of this mountain, you're gonna get it, right? When you're up in a higher, then all of a sudden it's like, oh wow, I saw that, I didn't realize that. Okay, maybe it's calm in my bay, but over there, it's quite whipped up in the water, right? So it's not ready. There's a message in itself, okay? It's calm where you're at, but across, and the other part that affects you, the emotional waters are all quite churned up. So sometimes we feel like we're not going anywhere, because I said to Spirit, what am I supposed to do? What do I do? What am I supposed to do today? Am I supposed to work on my trailer? No, it's freezing behind in that corner. What am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to do this. I came out here and I thought, I'm supposed to enjoy this. I'm supposed to let you guys see the back of a lake, right? Where normally you're looking at a freaking wall. So when the information comes, then things are gonna shift quickly, because things generally do that, right? They kind of like, and all of a sudden, bam, it all happens all at once, and everything that you asked for happens at once, and then you gotta multitask. So whatever this piece of the puzzle is that you're missing, you're soon going to get it. So this deck has, I think it has affirmations. My eyes are blind from the sun, P.S. Just as day follows night, out of darkness comes the clarity of light. I'm shown all that will help me at the perfect time and in the perfect way. I know everything that is helpful for me to know now and every day. So I know it when I need to know it, right? I know it when I need to know it. Okay, so a quick one with this. We can't spend this much time, Sherry. Correct for neutrality, because we will lose the sun. No? Okay, hold on, I'm gonna shuffle these better. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the shaman stone, right? Fire element. All right. Coming together. But it's in reverse. So right now something's coming apart. So I was gonna look at it in the upright first, and then I thought, no, we don't have time, and besides, we didn't get it in the upright, we got it in reverse. So I'll let you see it in the upright. I'm not gonna discuss the picture. But right now, something's out of balance. Here you can see these two in perfect balance. They're in harmony, look at them. They line up, they meet up. They're on the same vibrational frequency. Look how they can carry the forgiveness and love easily above them. It's balanced, right? They're balanced in that area. So right now they're saying that there's a love connection that's unbalanced. Somebody's withholding. That's a really shitty thing to do. That's a form of manipulation, you know? Or are you withholding from somebody else? And a lot of time, if you want something so desperately, it's because something else is lacking. And so what we need to do is we need to fill our own selves with whatever we feel we're lacking, which is love, right? Or maybe it's you that's been doing all of the work. You've been pouring out all of your emotions, you've been putting all the effort into this, and you get zipped back from the one that you're sending it to. So Spirit's basically saying, your love won't go past you. You won't be denied the love that you deserve. Maybe the love that you're expending your energy on is not the love that you deserve. Maybe you deserve something better, right? So right now, there's another message in this, and I just talked to Erica about this morning. It was about competition, and oh, sharp pain in my heart side, my left side, really, really sharp pain. Okay, my eyes are closed right now, and I'm seeing a man falling out of a tower. It wasn't a man at first. At first I saw, oh my God, at first I saw an airplane. Then I saw a man falling out of the tower. Then the tower turned into two people. They were embracing. Someone was coming forward, and they were embracing. That's what just went through my head. Sharp pain. So there was a problem. Somebody fell out of the tower, and then somebody came forward and was being healed and embraced. That's what I saw just now. So they were flying high, and they fell, right? And he was free falling. But there was somebody comforting another. Oh, and then my little man came out right then. Hi, Mama's chicken. Hi, Sammy. Comforting one another. Yay. Come over here, Mamas. Come here, baby. So what I was talking about was, I had this dream a long time ago, and the love of my life and I were skiing down a snowy bank, right, a mountain, and I was just kind of cruising along, right? He's obviously way better than I am, and he was whipping in front of me, cutting me off, and I was laughing because he was showing off for me, right? And so I'm looking at him, and we get down to the bottom. He did it all the way down, but then we get down to the bottom of the hill, and he turned around and he went, and he sprayed a big rooster of snow all over me. And I looked at him and I go, I don't want to compete with you. I don't want to compete with you. I want to win with you together. I am not your competition. So that's what they're saying here. In reverse, there's a competition that's going on. Why? Why does that have to be? It doesn't have to be. It might be the way that you were raised. It might be that you have that, you know, driven personality that you to succeed. And I was saying how kids, you know, when they're young, they're taught that, okay, it's too bright still. They're taught to win, to succeed. You've got to be a winner. You're either a winner or a loser. And that's not true. That's why I say we got to go back to the way things were, right? When they had the big kids and the little kids all playing, and when the little kid fell, the big kid stopped to help them up, not to run and beat them, right? Because they were down. That's not winning anyway, PS, right? To get somebody when they're down and you think you're a winner, no, you're a loser because you miss the whole point. So at this point, competition is not going to bring about any harmony within any relationship, business, personal, at all, right? So the message is drop your agenda. Let go of your freaking agenda. Just allow life to flow through because it's going to be better than anything else that you could manipulate to get, okay? True love is always going to find the love and the one they're supposed to be with. Love, I don't like that song. That one, that's not what came to my mind, but I know that song, it came after. If you can't be with the one you love the one you're with. Not if you ever want to be with me. If you can't be with the one you love, get busy doing your work. You know, you don't have to be with a guy. You don't have to be with a chick, right? If you can't be with the one you love, figure out why not and do what you need to do in order to fix it so you can be. Ooh, I'm getting pressure on my head, which is really incredible. Okay, so now we're gonna go to this one that I love so much. And who do we say this was? Air? Queen of Swords, King of Swords? I love him, look, I do. I'm super proud of him, I love him, he's beautiful. He's a cat, he's a great cat, and he came out to say hi to us, didn't he? Okay, correct for neutrality on all levels for those who chose the sexy cat. Shapeshifter cat. Or water element. Okay, I think I can almost see. Oh, I can. Thank you, God. You know what's interesting? I've gotten sleep. My landlord came out this morning because I told him to do it, and he says, I listened to your whale sounds and I slept. I fell asleep. And I said, me too. I do it every night. And I slept for a long time. And now it's like the bags are there again. And I'm like, is it ever going to go away? And Spirit said, yes, it's just going to take months. Look how long it took for them to get that way. It's going to take a while for them to go away. I'm like, wow, okay. Let me move this stuff out of the way. Did you hear that? How many times I just said away, way, away? There is a way. There is a way. You don't see it, but there is a way. Or maybe you're supposed to go away. Right? That's what it is. I just looked over at my oak leaf. It's a stone oak leaf. I'll show it to you. And when I said, maybe you're just supposed to go away, he winked at me. You'll see it, telling the truth. For those who chose the sexy leopard, snow leopard, or white tiger, who keeps coming up. They've got white tigers in Vegas in that hotel, and I think it's so freaking cruel. They need to get them the hell out of there. No wonder that guy attacked his owner. I would too. Oh, you ready for this? Meant for you. Oh, I love this. And look at what's reaching out for you is what you want, and you're reaching for it. This is meant for you. You are number one. Number one. Keep your freaking thoughts positive. Whatever you were worried about, this is meant for you. She's dressed in her turquoise color. She's got flowers in her hair. She's got a flute she's playing. It's almost like Pan, right? What is Peter Pan playing the flute? And what was the one that went through the streets of the city and did that at night and called the children? Was that still Peter Pan? Oh man, and she's got, I've never noticed before. She's got a red and black butterfly on the tip of her finger, and she's got them all around her. I never saw them, and she's got them as a tattoo, the butterfly. She's got really cool jewelry on too. So how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Significant change. Oh, nope, there's more. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there's 1 peeking out from behind. 7. You're on the right path, and it will exceed your expectations. Ha ha. So, I spoke about it a minute ago, that we have put out our intentions as to what we wanted, right? We were manifesting it. That's what this is telling you. You set something in motion by what you asked for. That's why I said I got to be really careful about what I ask for, because I manifest it really quickly. So it's headed to you, is the message. It's on its way. And when it comes, Spirit says, do not refuse it. It is not meant for anybody else. It's not too good for you. It's not for somebody else that's more deserving. It's meant for you. And you are not to deny it. You are to accept this gift. It's what you've been waiting for. It's what you've been wanting. It's rightfully yours. And if it's not right in front of you right now, it soon will be. So, and what's interesting is, remember I said I wasn't quite sure what was happening? Now, this could be anything. This could be love. This could be work. It could encase both. But it could be a tiny home. I don't know what it could be. But remember I said, oh, I thought I got it figured out. No, I guess I'm going in this direction. And then it didn't end up being that. And then I went to that other farm and I thought this, and then I thought that. And it's like, okay, just relax and let it be. You're getting ideas. And as you are affected by things, your heart chakra spins, right? You get ignited and you start sending out rockets of desire when you don't even realize it. So what did I do when I was here? First of all, I wanted to come out here. I love my patio. I love my patio. I picked this up. I love my garden, right? I love my garden. I'm looking across at all the things in front of me, and I've got I'll show it to you. I was telling Erica that I love the giant sequoias. And this was a piece of bark. And it was interesting because I had seen Mama Bear and her two baby bears. One was a spirit bear, and I wanted to see the daddy, and they said the daddy was around, but you know, you'd have to go to the other meadow because he got sent away. Ooh, message. So I was walking along, and from a way distance, I saw this, and it was literally in front of a tree, and I said, oh my God, look at the brown bear. And it's just a piece of bark, and when the bears go looking for the grubs, they peel the bark off, and it was just barely hanging there. So I took it, and what's so cool is when I got it, and it fell out, there was a piece. Where were you originally? I think it was up here, like an ear, right, like that, but it fell, and it's a heart. Somebody's heart fell, and I thought, oh no, it didn't. I caught it right there. Isn't that freaking incredible? This is so special to me. This is a honey bear. This is a honey bear. And that's one of the things I was supposed to tell my friend. She needs to get create some boxes for the bees. But, so I look at this and I love this, right? I love nature. So everything I'm talking about and I get excited about, and when I pick up my stones and I talk about my trips and my quests, and today I spent a lot of time looking at tiny homes built out of train cabooses and engines and trolley cars, and I was like, oh my God. And somebody was selling a trolley car, somebody was selling a giant big bus, and they said it's already been gutted, it's already got one wall partially up. And I said, who's gonna get this with me and do this and travel across this freaking country? That's what I want with the love of my life. Now, I throw all those things together, I put them all in my wishing bowl, and Spirit delivers something, right? So whatever it is, it may lead you down a different path than you were thinking. You might have been thinking, oh, okay, but it's what you've asked for, right? Spirit knows what's best. So you might be leading down a different path. Now maybe you're not gonna see it at first. Maybe you're going down a different path, but it's gonna lead to this, right? Or it's gonna lead this to you. So basically Spirit says we want you to trust what's happening because clearly you have created it. And you did it with us, Spirit says. You did this with us, and you're gonna be glad that you did, right? And what the message is, this is a message that really needs to be stressed. Don't be shy, don't be polite, don't be thinking it's for somebody else, it's yours. Great, just be grateful. Thank you, I accept. Absolutely, 100 freaking %. Step up and accept it. Remember, Spirit said, somebody might miss an opportunity. Please don't do that. I said to Spirit, please don't let me miss an opportunity. Please don't let the one that's meant for me to miss the opportunity. Please, what do we have to do, right? So next message, and as I move things around, I'm knocking things. This is another crystal that I don't even remember where I found this when I was walking the land. I love walking the land. I have said out loud a gazillion times, that's what I want to do. I want to do walking land tours. I want to take people out and show them and teach them while I'm on the land, connecting with Spirit, connecting with the rocks, the crystals, the animals. I've put that out a million times. So let's see what happens in my life, right? And this is fire, right? No, it's a sexy leopard. This is intellect, thought. Right? You've been thinking things. Just because you don't say something out loud doesn't mean spirit doesn't hear you, right? Correct for neutrality. One of these, quickly. Thank you. Oh, God. The magical shapeshifter. Because what? You are the magician. Remember I said I got something up my sleeve. You think you know, but you don't know. Yeah. Oh, I love what he's shape-shifting and what he's, oh, you know what I'm seeing? I'm seeing that I have a magician working for me. And he's taken all of the things that I love and he's manifesting something. He's creating something out of everything I've said I wanted. There are flowers. There's a horse with wings. Pegasus. Remember when I was a little kid, I said the winged horse? Look, Mommy, flying horses. There's a globe. There's a frog, cleansing, clearing. There's a heart. There's a scroll. There's flowers. There's sparkles. There's everything all together. And he's mixing it all up. 52. I don't know what the number 52 is. I will put it in here for you guys, but I know 5 says a significant change is happening, and 2 says everything's happening the way it's meant to happen, and 52 is 7, right? Which is, if you stay on your spiritually illuminated path, look at the light, it will exceed your expectations. So this guy, he's on a mission to bring what it is that we need. Ooh, I like his outfit. Oh my God, I know who has that jacket. Wow, I have one like it too. He's got a crest, he's got a seal upon his jacket. It's an army jacket, an old army jacket. It's frayed at the top. Past life. Past life, thank you for saying that. He looks like Peter Pan. Because he's got, look, he's got pointed ears. Elfin of the forest. Oh, I love it, Elfin Forest. I grew up going to Elfin Forest. You need to be careful and be very, very aware of who comes into your life at this time, because they're there for a reason. They're helping you grow in some way. They're impacting your life in some way, and you are them as well. Pay attention. You might meet a soulmate, right? And the soulmate can be a female, a male, it doesn't matter who it is, but they encourage and bring out the best in you, right? They'll get you out of a situation that might be not working in your highest good or maybe very tricky, and bring you into a place that's more safe. And it's successful for you. So whoever we cross on our journey, there's a reason. Stay awake. You're gonna recognize them for what they're doing, how they're living their life. And I like that he's got a mask on, but it's not like what you see, what you think, you know, when he's not letting you know. He's got a mask on, but it's not a bad mask, is it? He's listening. He's feeling his way. He's not seeing, he's feeling his way. He's creating. Oh, I like that kind of a mask. I wish I had my magnifying glass up because I can see a cat on that mask. If you turn it sideways, can you see the cat sitting there? I see a cat. He's looking at the cat. That's what he's doing. Okay, that makes perfect sense because I'm the cat, okay? And so is he. Right? The cat. So what he's doing is he's listening to everything that I said and he's creating something. He's bringing it all together. My magical shapeshifter. Ooh, love. Freaking love. What was our card? Meant for you? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Like a lot. Okay, now we're gonna go to a sip. Okay. Shaman. No. We did that. We did do this, didn't we? Didn't we say the Shiva Lingham? Fire, air, water, because of the Ganges River. And then this is earth. Salt of the earth. It is, because this is a desert rose, which is like salt. After the condensation goes up, it leaves these desert roses. Salt of the earth. Lapis llama. Look at, he's got a lapis necklace on, along with all those others. And he's got my intentions. Okay, love it. I'm choosing that one at the end. Okay, so the shaman stone, where? Not the shaman stone, the Shiva Lingham. For those who chose. Did you hear that? I don't know what it was. Something came flying in here and hit that. It was, I hope it wasn't a little, was it a hummingbird? I hope it didn't get hurt. Something came flying in and hit that. I'm gonna go back in the reading and see if I can see what that was. If there was nothing there, that was, I felt the energy go whoop, boom, and it hit that. I know you guys heard it. Are we doing it this way? No, the other way? Okay. That's how I used to do it, remember? Took less time, too. For those who chose the Shiva Lingham, Soulmate Stone. Out of darkness. We're getting the same ones. Repetitive. Repetitive. So something that was growing in the dark is soon going to step out into the darkness. Something that you have not seen, right? Something that you weren't aware was happening. Something that you didn't know was going on. It's also an aspect of yourself that has gone through challenges. What did I hear yesterday? Oh, it talked about somebody who had been through like a horrible, horrible situation. And generally people would call it like when they were, they suffered with abuse, or, and you think of victim, or you think of whatever, I can't remember what it was, but the way they said it, they used a word and they said, the word meant, yeah, that happened to me, and I rose above it. I didn't get stuck there. Yeah, I had that shit, but I dealt with it, right? It was a really cool, I'll have to find out later what it is. But that's what happened to this one. They dealt with their shit, whatever it is that they went through, right? Somebody's still pulling on their freaking ear. Now, before, I got a negative message for the pulling on the ear the last time, but this time I don't. I don't get a negative message because of that hitting that. Boom, boom, boom. Something came flying up. It hit the dragonfly, hold on to your dreams, and it ricocheted off. Something hit this and ricocheted off in the right direction. So it's interesting because somebody could even say something negative or try to turn you in a different way, but it hit you differently because Spirit said something to you before, or maybe someone else did, or something you remembered. But this time when it hit your ear, it ricocheted off and it sent you in a different direction because you now understand, those are pearls of wisdom in my hair. I got those because of the crap I went through. And you see these scars? They're beautiful. They're decorated. They mean that I am the Grail Knight. This is the one that comes forward. He's on a freaking rusty suited armor and a dirty horse because he's freaking gone through the war, done the work, right? Carries this scars with pride, and he's even decorated them. 2, everything's happening exactly as it is meant to happen. With divine blessings for everyone involved. Let go and have faith. So whatever there's been difficult in your life is about to transform into something fantastic. Beautiful piece of art, right? That person that was yanking on your ear, pulling you in, saying all the negative things or trying to talk you into something else, they don't realize that they just ricocheted something else and sent you completely moving forward in a different direction. I get it, right? So something that was growing, those little seeds, of those little pearls of wisdom, they were planted and they've been growing into something different. See how his hair's starting to curl? It's an idea forming. Ooh, I know where I can take this. I thought I was going there with you, but look, I'm curling over this way. I'm going in a different direction. I know where I'm going and I'm not saying anything about it. A difficult situation is going to turn into a positive situation. Or a perspective is going to shift so that you see it as an opportunity. So you lost your job. Thank God, now I can go do and create what it is that I wanted to do because they were disagreeing with what I wanted all along. They kept promising and it never freaking happened. So I'm gonna freaking do it on my own. Something's been hidden, but it's been working, it's been growing. It's been like the shapeshifter, right? It's been spinning. It's been gaining momentum. And soon it's gonna shoot up and slam. My camera just flashed. Did you see it? Slam into your dreams. Do not let go of your dreams. Have you forgotten your dreams? Pay attention to your dreams. They're telling you something. They're giving you information. So whatever it is that you've been struggling through has actually turned out to be something else. He's manifested, he's taken things and he's spun them in a different direction and he's using them to his advantage, or she, right? So whatever this challenge was, even though it sucked at the time, it's actually in a strange way working for you because you are now recognizing your gifts and why you went through what you went through and how you can use it. I'm seeing a griffin on the side of his face, like literally a griffin on the side of his face, and it's got a jewel in it, a pearl of wisdom in its wing, Oh, and then one of the scars, I see it turned into a beautiful dining chair. And there's white flowers all around. Somebody getting married? Pearls, white pearls. The chair, it's a white chair. Do you see it right at the end of his scar? Oops. Oh, I got an idea. Because the girl on the farm, she wanted to perform weddings at the farm. Look. Can you see the white chair and the white flowers at the very end, the tip of his scar? Interesting. Something's developing. You're recognizing the strengths that you have. You're recognizing the talents and the gifts and what you have to offer. You're believing something different about yourself now, not what they continue to try and say to you. Because look, 2 different directions pulling at you, but you're not going in that direction. You're gonna see the opportunity. And the opportunity is gonna come out of something that happened that was bad. Because it's transforming right into something different, right in front of you. I know that was for the other card, but it was very useful. Correct for neutrality. One more shuffle, then I'm gonna drop. Correct for neutrality on all of those. Boy, when the sun goes down, it's cold. Metamorphasis. That's right. Full-on transformation going on right now. Out of the chrysalis they drop, and they turn into, you know, I have been saying flamingo every day. Every time I go to say pelican, I say flamingo. Every freaking time. I don't know what the hell it is. But that out of the chrysalis drops that butterfly, right? No, she didn't just drop out. Yeah, it was hard as hell. First of all, to be crammed into that little space, and then your wings are getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and then you got to get out of there, and your body is weak because you haven't eaten anything. You've been inside that cocoon all this time, right? You've been healing, like I've been. That's why I've had time, healing. But then once they're able to drop the wings and let them dry, and it becomes stronger, that form that they were, they don't want to go back to that. Now they've got wings. Now they get to fly. But before that happened, this is really gross, actually. I watched this on a YouTube video, that caterpillar that goes into that chrysalis turns into a pile of goo, mush, and then it starts to form into this. That's got to be painful. I mean, it is when you're pregnant and while you're pregnant, and think about the baby when it gets bigger and bigger and they have less room to move. Everybody's cramped, everybody's hurting. It's not comfortable. And when you go to release it, ow, it's not a release, right? It's not a release. It's like, holy shit. But once it's out, oh, talk about freaking relief. Same thing with the, who is it that I've watched? Snakes. No, snakes, we see them shed their skin. But tarantulas, have you ever watched a tarantula come out of its skin? I didn't even know that they did that. It was really weird. And then same thing with all the other animals that transform from one thing into another. One part of you has to die in order for the new part to be reborn. Remember I said the osprey showed up, but it wasn't my osprey. It wasn't my old osprey. Does that mean that the love of my life is dead? No, that means that part of him died, and now he's been reborn, rebirth, because that was a young one. He was beautiful. I watched that in my dream last night. I was watching this young guy, and I thought, I like him. He was a young guy, and I liked him. He liked me too. So right now, if you're in a metamorphosis and you're going through this change from one stage to another, clearly you've had a difficult time, right? Wherever you're at, it wasn't fun. There was not fun stuff along the way. And yet still, like with me, I was talking to Erica about that, I know I need to move on, and now it's time. There's reasons, right? We know what they are. But Spirit said, take a good look. Take a look at where you are, right? Look at this, because you're not going to have it for long. And I suck this up as much as I possibly can. Who are you? Come over here. Are you a vulture? Come here. I think it's a California condor. Come here. There you go. Aren't you beautiful? Yep. So it's a California condor. Death, transformation, and rebirth, which is what we're talking about here, right? One thing turning into another. However, I'm always sad whenever I leave. Anywhere I leave, I'm sad. It's hard to let go of what's comfortable, right? Maybe it's just comfort. Like I said to her, if I want to travel, my landlord can watch my cats. I've got this beautiful view, this beautiful lake, but I'm being pushed to go and challenge myself to move forward. So it's going to be hard to leave what's comfortable and what's convenient. So that's what Spirit's saying. You need to let go of something. It might be an idea. It might be where you are. It might be your family home. It might be your state. It might be your own lack of self-worth. It might be your own you might have to let go of a dream that you had. Because it doesn't work for you anymore, because you've changed. I had this dream. I did want that. And this didn't used to feel like somebody tugging at me. It used to be what I wanted to hear. Now I don't want to hear it. I don't like hearing that. I'm not going in that direction. What I've been through has changed me. So it could be an unhealthy habit. Maybe that dream involved very unhealthy habits. So it's still, even though you know you don't want to hold on to that, it's uncomfortable, it might be scary. And there's definitely loss. But you're gonna love what happens and who you become as you move forward towards your soul's path. Now, did you like that? That energy, boom, bam, hit my dream that I really wanted. I wanted that, I hit it, I got to that goal, and then it shot off in that direction. Different, interesting, it shot off in that direction. All right, last item, the llamakah, the grounded llama that has everything, the salt of the earth. He's got his royal lapis lazuli stone right next to him. He's got his intention stone. He's the salt of the earth, and he is a rose. And he's got the parks token. Oh, good. Are we going to travel around and for a year in a bus? Go to all the national parks? That's what I want to do. The bear for mama bear protection, and for knows how to meditate, hibernate, loving, right? But then the falcon is symbol of endurance, ultimate endurance. I mean, victory after endurance, right? Ultimate victory. Okay. And then he's got, what else are you wearing, babe? Sodalite, Mookite, Dalmatian Jasper. I told you Dalmatian Jasper is for addiction, right? Over workaholism, over Rocky Road ice creamism, negative self-talkism, and then hematite, protection and grounding, and tiger's eye, because you got the eye of the freaking tiger. And they're gonna hear you roar louder than that lion. Hell yeah. Okay, here we go. One more sip. Oh, I love chai tea. Correct for neutrality on all levels. I am sad that I didn't get to look at that view the whole time. And it's not as beautiful for you as it is for me. It's such a perfect view. When I came up here to see this place, I was like, and this was empty. There was nothing even here. It wasn't in a room. There was nothing here. And he never came up here. And I said, what is wrong with you? He lived in a dungeon downstairs or in this little tiny room above the garage, which is where his studio. He says, oh, it's warm there. And it's cool in the dungeon. And I'm just like, dude, this view is insane. So I got a message. I said it in the other reading, but I'm gonna say it again in case you forgot. Here's another pulling on your ear. You need to get that butcher off your farm. You need to take your farm back from the butcher. You know what that means. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. 1. Give me a good, clear one. No wind. No wind. We had the crazy wind. All the big shift happened already. There's no wind right now. It might be a lull in the storm, right? But that's a good time to get the hell out. Correct for neutrality. Nope, I have to pick one. Correct for neutrality. I'm not picking it. Spirit, can you choose the best card for llamakah, for the salt of the earth, for the magician, for the trickster, for the shapeshifter? Correct for neutrality. Oh, it's no. See, they did 2 again. How interesting. We're gonna take them just because the way they landed. The sacred fool and the dark harlequin. That's interesting. I am the sacred fool. Always. The sacred fool, you call them a fool. They follow the truth. They follow the light. They follow their soul's path. They're the ones that people make fun of you, right? They laugh at you. You're the joke. You're the joke of the family. Yeah, you think so? And you're the dark harlequin, right? Who's upside down? Not me. You both have blue eyes. How interesting. Could it be 2 sides of you? Could it be family? One is a dark harlequin and one is a sacred fool. And I stick with the sacred fool all the way because it's me. So, interesting. Well, here's the story of the sacred fool. If you were in King Arthur's court and the king called someone to him to ask he wanted the truth about something. So he didn't call on the Knights of the Round Table because he knew that they would kiss his ass because they wanted to be in a higher position, or they were worried that something was going to happen to them, right? So they told him what he wanted to hear. And he didn't want that. He says, I need to hear the truth. Sometimes the truth's hard to hear, but you need to hear the truth. So he went to the fool, and they think the fool's an idiot because the fool just tells the truth, right? And so the fool told the king the truth, and he trusted the fool because he knew the fool wasn't going to lie to him, right? You hear the dogs barking? Whole pack of them. They're very upset. It's like a dog hurt. Someone's hurt. One of the dogs is hurt. That wasn't good. That wasn't a good cry. So when you come up with a sacred fool, I chose this. So this is about making a choice. You're being given a decision to make. And you're going to choose. And other people are going to think you're fucking crazy, right? You're foolish to do that. That's insane. And Spirit says no. Because what does the fool do? They take a leap of faith. They dive headlong without looking, head back, barefoot, off the freaking cliff with their best friend next to them because they are trusting what Spirit's saying. They're trusting their own internal compass. They are not listening to this one, the dark Harlequin, the one that's pulling on their ear. They're not listening. I'm not listening to naysayers. I'm not listening to people who are doubting or telling me that I can't do this, or this isn't a good idea. They're talking about my bus. Oh my God. That's not, what does my dad say to me? That's not practical. That's not safe. That's not, and it's interesting because there are so many people that have been taught to be safe, right? I mean, you want your kids to be safe. You don't want things to happen to them. I talked about my dad this morning to my girlfriend, Erica, and I said, you know, he thinks it's ridiculous. I know that somebody that cares about me thinks that I'm irresponsible, that I'm flighty, that I'm not practical, that I'm running around all over the place doing ridiculous things. It's not stable. It's not a secure home life. You don't understand. I'm not flighty. I'm extremely connected to Spirit. I'm quite intelligent. And I'm quite capable of taking care of myself because I have a spiritual team and soul family, right, to help me. I am not necessarily living the life that you lived, that you understood. And maybe it looks foolish to you, but it's not. There's a purpose behind all of it. This is my spiritual path, right? I've got people all over the country that I need to see. I've got places I need to see. I've got places I need to visit. I want to go to Wisconsin and go to not De Pere, what's it called, Erica? There's a place where Little House in the Big Woods was filmed from Little House on the Prairie. It was filmed there. I need to go there. There's something about it that I need to see. It's my life. It's how I grew up. So it's about doing something that other people might think is stupid, right? And they want you to be grounded. They want you to be practical. They want you to be sensible, right? Oh, my grandmother, she had a lot of money, but we never knew that. Her sister, Auntie Jean, who lived in Australia, she married a very wealthy man. And when she would come visit, she was covered in furs, and she'd buy my mom, you know, pretty pink dresses and pink coats. And Grandma always bought her steel gray wool. And she hated that. She said, I want to live with Auntie Jean. And she was so different than my grandma. My grandmother grew up in the Depression, and she wanted and understood, you know, she's raising a family, and it was more sensible to have a wool coat that was going to last many seasons. Gray, so it wouldn't show the dirt, rather than a pretty pink one that was going to show the dirt, get dirty, and be ruined. And my mom says, I'll take care of it. And she would have. I want a pretty pink one, right? And so it wasn't sensible. My grandmother, I remember, my grandmother was my rock. She was, absolutely, and my hero. But my grandmother always was a sensible looking woman. She wore sensible shoes. She wore sensible clothes. Her house was sensible. But she didn't do sensible things. She did wild things. So underneath that sensible exterior was the heart of a lion and a fool that wanted to jump right off that freaking cliff. Even though people think that you're being stupid, you're delusional. If you think that that dream is gonna fly, you got another thing coming. Really? Well, that thought, I bounced it off of that and it skyrocketed. That was my dream, and it's gonna go right through the freaking roof. I'm not listening to anything that you have to say. And if I'm gonna talk to people and they're gonna talk to me and give me that kind of response, I'm not gonna talk to them about it, right? So when something comes to you and you keep being drawn back to it, what did I say about this deck? I love this deck. I keep picking it up. It's my favorite one. So I keep using it. Well, you keep going back to the one that works for you, right? What do you keep going back to, Sherry? What do you keep saying? What do you keep, I do. There's certain things I keep going back to. And there's certain places and things that I probably think that I should do. I don't go back to that. So when the Sacred Fool shows up, this is part of your jigsaw puzzle, and you're being asked to take a chance, take a risk, and forget what anybody else thinks. If I listened to my dad, I would still be driving a brand new Nissan Sentra. Instead, I traded it in, and I got an older ET Angel that I freaking love. And what happened? The check engine light came on, and I was supposed to get the check engine light. What was that? The catalytic converter fixed? And I said to Archangel Michael one day, I was looking at it on my dash, and I said, look, I'm an energy worker, right? I send healing Reiki all the way across the country, across the world, and it's felt in Australia. It's powerful. Freaking fix this engine. I don't know what's wrong with it, but if it's something electrical, fix it. You've got the ability to do that. My check engine light went off. Now, I don't know, it stayed off, and it's still off. So I don't know, maybe it's gonna have to be done, but right now it doesn't have to be done. Right now, because that would cramp my style, that would stop me from moving forward, that would panic me, right? So the light's out. Turn the light out. That's a message. Now, I'm gonna take away this Dark Harlequin's negative aspect, okay? Because she came upside down, and I'm gonna give you her message. So the Dark Harlequin says that there's something inside. See the little bells on her neck? It's funny, I picked up Sammy and Liger's collars yesterday. They don't wear collars, right? Because they're in the house. But they both want it out, and I thought I'm gonna have to put a collar on them with their name in case, you know, something happens. And I was walking around the house, and why did you think I went like that, right? It meant something. The bells are ringing. Bells are ringing. Something wants your attention. Something inside of you wants to come out. My girlfriend Diane gave me this wind chime. I love this, and I brought it home. I was so upset because the guy smashed it in my suitcase and it broke. Sorry if you have to look at my stomach. I didn't think I had this attached so professionally. Isn't this beautiful? I got it at Diane's antique store. I love that store. I said, I wish I could get a place and decorate the entire thing from her store. I would love that. I got home and this broke. Big chunk of it broke right there. I was crying. I was so upset. And when I was young, my mother didn't like anything that had cracks or that was broken. And I didn't either because of that. If something had a chip or a crack, it was gone, right? And now I realize that your heart is only able to love because it gets cracked open, broken. And we're all chipped and broken, aren't we? There's no way I was getting rid of this. I freaking loved it. I just got it home. There's a little mouse that's ringing the bell. Now that's what this message is. There's something that's trying to get your attention, the details. Pay attention to the details, right? There's this black cat, white cat, orange cat playing. Black cat's got a ball. The orange cat's got a ball, but the white cat doesn't. The white cat doesn't. The white cat's me. Where are you? The white cat doesn't have a ball. It doesn't have Sammy. He's just sitting there. This one's chasing that red ball. This one's or playing, right? They're chasing or playing with a red ball. But the white one doesn't. The white one's listening. He's paying attention to the details. Look, the mice, one's upside down, one's over here. He's aware of what's going on, or she. The mice are ringing the bell. Something's trying to get your attention. Something from inside wants to come out. The white cat's not playing. The white cat's not playing. The other two are just playing. They're players. The white one's not. Something wants out. The part of you. Okay, they're very focused on this, on what they caught, right? He's not. He's looking at what's going on around him. He's planning his next trip, or she is. Where are we going? Over the countryside. Look at the stars and the moons. The moon, the stars and the moon. You're paying attention to the details. You're an adventurer. You're a spiritual adventurer. You're a dark Harlequin. You're not afraid to push it to the edge. When I took Lily and Liger up to Idlewild, Liger almost died. He was foaming at the mouth. He was having a meltdown. But I got him up there, and I put them both on a leash so I didn't, you know, they felt like they were safe with me. And both of them, we climbed up on my rock. You know my rock in Idyllwild, my Muscovite rock. And they both went to the very edge. I was scared. They were literally right to the edge. They weren't trying to run like they were spooked. They wanted to look. They went right to the edge, just like me. And just like you, if you've chosen this, I chose this, right? So you want to go to the edge. You want to see. I have always said that, you know, when I go out, when I start exploring, if I'm in Sedona, wherever the hell I am. Oh, hello. A dove just landed right there. Are you going to come over here? Can you hear? Because its mate's right here. She called and he came. Remember yesterday when love calls you, you come. So I'd be looking at, you know, in this little area, and I get to there and I'd say, okay, just when I get there, that'll be good. But when I get there, I just want to go a little further. That's why I want to do the bus, because I want to explore everything, right? So that's what they're telling you. You want to go to the edge of what you have already believed to be. Maybe it has something to do with spirit and looking at the stars, remember? This one's looking at the stars. He's thinking about things. He's observing everything that's going on, the stars above. I'm fascinated by that. What are you fascinated by? There's things that want to come out, things that you want to experience. Even if you're nervous about it. Like Willow and, like Lily and Liger, they were, I don't know if they were nervous. They made me nervous, go right to the edge like that, right? But it's kind of cool because you're living free. You're living as you are. And it sets you apart from everybody else. It sets you apart from, in all reality, the chains that bind you. What did I say yesterday? What must we do to break the chains that bind us? Maybe you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's over that other corner, over that other hill. You don't know. What you're looking at is right here. These guys are so focused on what they caught and what they're playing with that they don't realize that there's a whole freaking big world and universe out there. There's so much more to discover, right? So you've come to a place where you don't know how you're going to do this or how you're going to work it out or where you're going to be, because remember, we don't quite know what's happening yet. There's going to be surprises along the way. You'll feel awkward. You'll feel embarrassed. You'll feel weird. You'll feel uncomfortable. You'll feel nervous. You're going to be feeling like I'm freaking trying to find my way in a dark hall. I keep going back to Willy Wonka as they were in the boat and the lights were gone and they were in there and he was singing the song. Faster and faster we go. Where we end up, nobody knows. Faster, and everyone starts screaming because they're seeing all these things going by on the walls, and oh my God, oh my God. In all reality, they were just cruising along the whole way, right? It was a matter of perception. It was their mind. Their mind was freaking out. But in all reality, they could have just enjoyed it. So at first, you're looking at this one thinking, that one's not responsible, right? They're flitting around all over the countryside. They're crazy, right? You thought they were out of their mind. But now you want to go too. Now you want to go too. Okay, maybe it's different. Okay, maybe it is kind of freaky and I'm not quite sure. And I'm not used to this. This isn't what I've normally done, right? I'm used to a 9 to 5, or I'm used to this is what happens and this is what happens and I have a schedule and it all happens this way. But Spirit says, don't be afraid to move out and let it shake and rattle and roll, right? Let it be wild. Let it be what it wants to be. It's going to heal something in you. Because every time you go and explore, you learn, you expand. And I said to Erica when I was, right as I was having my awakening, my mother had died. Before that, I was working for a company that I made a lot of money. I worked with my friends. I did really well. I had a $3,500 a month house payment. I had a pool in a gated community. I had a golden retriever, a cat, 2 big fish tanks, a forerunner, and a convertible, right? I boarded a plane with 1 suitcase and a overnight bag, and I never came back. I walked away from everything. I stayed in Sturgeon Bay for a year. The things that I went through, you think I wasn't scared, lonely, freaked out, wondering what the hell am I doing? At first, I didn't know what was happening and that I was actually quitting my job. Oh my God. And I said, if I hadn't done that, and I was talking to one of the people that I met there, and I said, I would never have met you guys. I said, I have exactly 2 friends out here, right? Everybody else is in Wisconsin, my soul family, or in Sedona, but it's travel. And I said, there's other places I want to go. But if I hadn't done that, I would have never met all of you. I would have never learned all that I learned. I would have never been doing this work. I would have never been following my soul's path. And it doesn't mean that you're going to be rich. My mom said, you will have the love of your life and you will be happy. I will see to it. Don't worry, right? I had a lot more money before in the bank. I also had bills. But I'm actually a really good saver, so I really didn't have any debt. But the truth of the matter is, I was in prison to having to go to my boss's shop every day, giving him the money, right? I worked for him. I work for myself now. I'm not extremely wealthy. No, far from it. But I travel everywhere. I love my life. I can decide when I choose to work and when I don't. Where I choose to work. I can take this phone, as long as I have Wi-Fi, I can work anywhere, right? I would never trade it for a million, I would never trade it, period. I wouldn't. Then I went to Sedona, everything I experienced there, and then I was forced to come back here. I didn't want to come back here, but then I got to live here. You know, I had to work my way up, but I got to this, right? And now I'm ready to go again, to the best of it all. So this is you guys, right? At first, it was like this. This could have been your head and your heart warring with each other, right? That's insane. Hell no, let's do it. Fighting with yourself. But there's something that inside that wants to come out. There's some adventure that wants you to join the Sacred Fool. Right? I want to join the Sacred Fool. I want to be in your troubadour. I want to join up with you. Maybe it's yourself. Just an aspect of yourself. Whatever it is, I want to go. Right? I like it. I'm not about to change it. And I haven't gotten the blessing of my father. When I told him, he was actually speaking to me again, and I told him, I said, oh, I traded in the car and I got myself a really nice, because one was a Nissan Xterra. I said, it's amazing. I've already taken it camping. Never spoke to me again. That was supposed to be a gift with no strings, right? I knew it had strings attached. I wanted gone of that toxic car. So don't be afraid to follow what your inner self is asking you to follow. And when things are messy, it's okay. The messier it is, the more it's going to feel right, because it's not really messy for you. It looks like it to other people, right? And Spirit says expect the unexpected, because whatever is about to happen, you were born to grow into it. I like a lot. Okay, that's our reading. We got everybody? Yeah? Did we do this? Did we give this card? We did, right? What was the last card? I think we did. Maybe we didn't. Good Lord. Well, we did 2 of those cards. Sorry. I thought we were done. I wanted to wrap this up quick. I'm getting kind of chilly, actually. I'm getting kind of chilly. Commitment. Somebody's asking somebody to marry them. Or maybe you, Spirit, your higher self is asking you to commit to your soul's path. Are you willing to commit? What are you willing to commit to? What matters most to you? The starfish is handing you his hand. Look, let's join up. Let's team up. Maybe it's a partner. To be a partner with your lover is the ultimate, as far as I'm concerned. If you could do it, right? Might be difficult. I know people that work together and it's kind of stressful. But, so, commitment. There's a golden key, and it's got wings, and it's flying right to them. So it's definitely talking about partnership. There's love, there's stars, there's sparkles. That touch, look, that electric touch. So right now, they're telling you that partnerships are harmonious at this time. 3 and 6, 3, Ascended Masters working with you, probably ones that you're most familiar with. 6, don't be so worried about this physical reality, right? Remember to keep your eyes and your mind to spirit, and everything you need will be brought to you. And then 36 reduces down to 9. You've got everything you need, light worker, to get moving on your spiritually illuminated path. Stop procrastinating, right? This is actually talking about, if you're talking about a relationship, it's moving from one stage to the next. It's moving up a level. They're taking hands, they're joining hands, right? There's a marriage of some sort happening here. I said it could be you and your highest self joining. I'm absolutely in tune with my higher self, right? It could be a partner, a business partner. It could be a love. So you have to be very, very conscious about who and what you are committing to at this time. It's very, very important. Be responsible about your part, right? They're telling you that others want to. At this time, others want to partner up with you. And our first partnership, the most important partnership, is with us and Spirit. So pay attention, be responsible. Now, that is our reading. And then I'm going to, even though I'm freezing, sun goes behind that freaking mountain and it's all over. Put everybody back in their dish. Gotta do it. Okay, for those who chose, yep, the shaman Boji stone. I think it's a Boji stone, which is really funny because that was the name I called my son. It's one of his nicknames. I think it was part of my star language. I called him Boj. Call him Boji Winkle. Bodger, Boj. And in the end, he just ended up being Boj. 2, yes, please. And I dream of you all the time. Nice. Oh, you know what's really sad though? This one, I was putting them away, and this one said, no, take me. No, take me. This one said, no, take me. Yes, please. Because they are in a very low vibration and very unhappy. Maybe they're suffering wherever they are, right? They are. They're unhappy in a very low vibration. But somebody said, take me. And one of the messages was, yes, please, right? Pay attention to that. For those who chose the Boji stone, that's so interesting. Correct for neutrality, the tiger. For those who chose the leopard, the white tiger, the sexy cat, air element. It was a bad choice. They are so sorry. They need to say it, don't they? Correct for neutrality on all levels. Oops. See other people and explore. Stop being so arrogant and show some humility. That came out yesterday. Focus on health and healing. Is that it? Yes. Okay. So, I think this is what I'm getting from this. It was a bad choice and they're sorry. Okay, but it's time for you to see other people, right? And you need to stop being so arrogant and show some humility. Right now, I'm focusing on health and healing. Wow, that's powerful. Okay, correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the, what did we do? We did this, we did this. The soulmate, Shiva Lingham, or water element. Who? Oh. I regret my decision to leave. Nothing wants to come out of there. Nothing wants to come out of there. I regret my decision to leave. Nothing wants to come out of there. Ooh. And you know what? Look at this, and it's balanced. Isn't that interesting? I kept trying to grab it, and it just stayed on my hand. I regret my decision to leave. Well, I forgive you. I'm balanced. I forgive you. Wow. Nice. Correct for neutrality. Any more for that sign? Woohoo! Not that many. Wow. How interesting. I said, whoa, not that many. And the baby is his. The baby is his. I don't know. You'll know what that means for you. But for you, 2 drinks in a room is perfect. Okay, for those who chose the drama llama. Oh, that's funny. Are you an actor? Correct for neutrality. I chose that, right? Correct for neutrality on all levels. Ooh, freaking wave of ice cold just flew by me. I can't sleep without you. Is that why I've been awake so often? I'm sorry I took off and ghosted you. Wow, well, I know who that is because there's only one who did that. Take that leap you are considering. Take that leap you are considering. Ooh, even my hands are cold right now. Sometimes I don't show you how much I love you. Well, then that needs to change, right? That needs to change. Because it's cold. It's not comfortable when you're faced with the Ice Princess or the Ice King, right? They will figure it out, yes. Oh my God, I'm freezing. I'm getting a cold wave. Somebody just blew a cold wave at me. It might have been this kind of a wave. You know the Queen? She goes like this. No, it was cold. It's freezing. No more? You inspire me to reach for the best in everything. They have secrets, and because of that, they're scared. There's a few that fell out, so I have to give all the ones that are face up. I've never known a love like you. They are very angry. Back off, okay? That's your advice. They're very angry. Back off. Maybe it's time to disappear, remember? Spend some time cleaning your home or your office or your car. You'll get your ideas. You'll get your thoughts. You'll figure it out. They've got secrets and they're scared. That's okay. That's why you have to spend some time cleaning up. Get rid of the old stale energy. But you know what? If you're in a place where somebody's very angry, it's time. I felt that cold. I felt that cold. It hit like a wave. It hit. Somebody hitting with negative energy. Okay, I'm gonna have to ask for one more because of that. Sorry, there's a lot here, but if somebody is that cold and that angry, it doesn't feel right, right? It feels really bad. Take that leap you are considering. That's the one that came up again. Now's the time to do it, right? That's a good idea. Okay, that's it, you guys. I'm gonna go upload this. I love you. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed the view of the lake. I'll let you take a broader swipe. If I could help you guys with dream analysis or private reading or Reiki healing or anything else, my website is www.theangelswhisper.com. My email address is sherrycolumbus@yahoo.com. These are the little gnats that come into my room. Busy little guys at night. All right, you guys. We're at a wrap.